Okay, so I'm here with Kaylee from Australia, and she's a tennis player and Aina's world ranker second from 2017. Yeah?
Yes.
So tell me something about yourself, Kaylee.
I started tennis when I was 8 years old. I come from Sydney, Australia, and I work full time and I coach part time, and I'm also an athlete.
All right, you're doing so many things, like you're playing, you're a coach, you're working full time. So when did you start playing, and what changes did you feel after you took up tennis?
Just being in a comfortable environment
Yeah.
and knowing who was around and who to talk to um, keep me enjoying the sport that I love doing.
Yeah. All right. And just wanted to confirm what kind of intellectual impairment are you having?
I have a learning disability,
Okay.
intellectual disability, so
All right.
it's mild.
All right. So, because you're a coach, so I would just like to know, when you train the kids with intellectual impairment, do you feel like if you train them together with other kids, is it beneficial for them, or they need some special training?
I went through mainstream to get my coaching certificate, and parts of what I learnt to finish my training to be accredited
Yeah.
is that I learnt from other people that were around me that were in the training area, and then when I got comfortable and I kept going back, I felt that I was never going to give up. It was so hard because it was mainstream, because I had an intellectual disability.
Yeah.
I didn't want to let that knock me back from being accredited coach. And I had some amazing people that already knew me already, and they didn't want to let me knock it back. They wanted me to keep at it, fight at it,
Yeah.
until I got my certificate, and I did that, and I was so happy. It's something that I've wanted to do, and the most important thing is to give back to the sport.
Yeah.
Playing for so long, and it was time for me. I knew it was the time for me to start giving back and getting the young kids, into playing. And I'm already doing that, and I love it. Absolutely love to see the smiles and their friendships on the court is the most important thing, because that's how I was when I started, and it's just so good to just stand back and see that. And being a coach, it's just so rewarding in the long run. And I've had so many other people that are around me that want to be coaches, because they see the benefit of me working so very hard in my sport, that they want to take up coaching as well as playing, because they know that, wow, I can do both, they can do both. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's a
love it.
really nice thing. Like you are motivating everyone else. You're helping the other kids. You're motivating the parents to
Yes,
put their
and
child
that's
in
very
game.
important to motivate the parents as well
Yeah.
as their son or daughter, because if they see me motivated, they're
Yes.
motivated. If the kids see me motivated, they want to come back.
Yeah.
So you want to, with my coaching, smile, positive, and let it happen.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yes.
So, what kind of support did you get from the government or any school or anything?
I don't get any. I don't get any support because it's through the mainstream coaching membership team from
Yeah.
Australia, and I know a lady who I've known for so very long. Her husband used to coach me when I first
Yeah.
started, and he's up in
All right.
here. And she was the one that motivated me to keep at it, because she could see the passion that I was when I was such a young age to give back that way, and she supported me so well. So I'm very, very, very grateful for this lady. She's so good.
Yeah, I know. There are some people who leaves their mark in your life, so I think she is one of them in your life.
She's she's my mentor, my motivator.
Yeah. So now since you coach and you
A player.
are a player as well, so what other exact difference have you seen? Like if a child with intellectual impairment is taking part in sports and the one who is not taking part in sports, is there any difference? Does it help them?
Well, unfortunately, that comes down to parents.
Okay.
I think if that parent doesn't understand how that parent motivates him or her child,
Yeah.
I think then I think then as a coach, I think that you can sort of come and step in and say, it's okay. He or she's allowed to.
Yeah.
It's inclusion,
Yeah.
and we're all together. You bond as a team.
Yeah.
You work together. It's okay. Don't be scared. You never ever be scared. My parents, they were just so supportive because they understand. They get it,
Yeah.
and they never would push me into something that I was never comfortable with. And I think that shows from other parents of what my parents have done for
Yeah.
me and have benefited me. So it does come down to the parents, basically.
Yeah, so basically the parents and your friends and the people around you, their support towards you and your lifestyle
And it's
is
very, very,
yeah.
very important. Parents always will come first
Yes,
with their
I
child.
totally agree.
You
Yes.
really can't push child without
Yes.
the parent being there, if you know what I mean. So,
Yes, yes.
like, I get it, I see it visually, but you can't be, over pushing
Yeah.
to get that child all into
Yeah.
sport,
Sure.
because the parent may not be so comfortable with
Yeah.
it. So, yeah, that's all I can say. But
Yeah.
yeah.
And do you feel the physically disabled athletes are more easily accepted by the society than an intellectually impaired athlete?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you faced it? Or would you
I see
like
it.
to?
I see it.
Yeah.
Because as I can see, it comes to funding. If you're deaf, you're blind,
Yeah.
or you have like half an arm,
Yeah.
that's physical, and they get benefit. As intellectual, great to be out and about, but I think we feel that we need that support. So the people who are around, like your parents and national bodies that come in and see parents motivated, that's where you work together.
Yeah.
That should be funding that way. If you
Yeah.
you just keep the ball rolling. Got to do that. It's important.
Yeah. So shall I say like the invisible disability you are having is kind of affecting you
It does
more
on
than the
court.
visible disabled people? Yeah.
It does with me because I learn a bit slower. I need to be shown a lot
Yes.
better
Yes.
than I need than saying, here, write this down, or chop a piece of bread, or chop an apple.
Yeah.
You've got to show me how to do that, because it may take my motor skills, it may take me time.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. And because you're a female, I would like to ask you one certain question, which is it's a burning topic everywhere, the sexual harassment and all. So, do you think intellectually impaired girls or females are more prone to sexual harassment, or there should be more strict laws towards them?
I don't think gender should be a factor. If that person is able to
Yep.
do that, it doesn't matter about the sexual side of things. If she or he is capable of doing that, that's it. Be done with it.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be like, oh, you know, no, he can't or she can't, because it's who they are. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay. And what kind of importance does the INAS events or the Special Olympics plays in the life of an intellectually impaired athlete to compete in these events, like this kind of sporting events? Do you feel like it's providing them a better platform to show
Are
their
you talking about special aid? No.
any kind of sporting
Okay,
events?
all right, okay, because I'm through two
Yeah.
organisations.
Okay.
That's why I just thought you
All
said.
right.
Yeah. Okay.
No, any sporting event, especially for the intellectually impaired athletes. Do you feel like it's providing them a platform to showcase their abilities and everything?
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
And how important do you think it is in terms of meeting new people, making friends, or
Fabulous.
yeah? So would
Yeah.
you like to encourage the
Oh, definitely.
other people
Yes,
to take
yeah.
up sports?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. I wouldn't be doing this. I'd meet so many new people going away to I travel to meet different people. And
Yep.
that should never ever be knocked back. To be meet and greet with other people. Let's be encouraged. Let's meet other people. Let's communicate with other people.
Yeah, true. And one more thing, as an athlete, do you have to take care of your? Do you have to take any special diet, or more
No,
rest?
no,
Or it's
no.
all
No.
right. Okay, so it's all same because I met with one of the physically disabled person.
Okay.
He was on wheelchair,
Right.
so he had to take extra rest because he was he
Okay.
was paralyzed under his
Yeah.
chest, so he had to take
Okay.
extra rest
Yep.
to do his daily life. So do you have to do anything like repeat anything to remember the steps, or during training, any specific thing?
Yeah, probably I do that if my mind
Yeah.
mind will boggle.
I know.
And it just goes shoo, right over me. Yeah, that would probably I'll probably have to be warned
Yeah.
to please repeat again.
Like repeat it
Yeah,
and everything.
Yeah, so because if
Yeah.
I've run a mile an hour and then like the coach is trying to talk to me, so but that's who those people are. We're all
Yes.
different.
Yeah.
And
It's just a
it
part
should
of
be
your
the same.
training.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Yeah, and it's good training.
Yeah.
It's really good training.
And even I was an athlete, so I had to ask my teacher. At times I didn't understand things, so I had to ask. So I don't think it's anything.
And that's scary. That was
Big,
really
yeah.
scary for me in high school. Very scary. I was absolutely. I don't know how I got through year 7 to year 10. It was horrible. I did not enjoy it.
Like, as in, are you talking about your academics or your training in sports?
School.
Okay,
School.
the
I was
academics.
afraid to put my hand up, as
And ask.
what you said,
Yeah.
and ask, because when I asked, I was asking a stupid question. Everybody laughed, and I gave up. My motivation went straight down
So,
because I wasn't cool. It's
Yeah.
just who I am, because I was slow up here.
yeah,
That's the way it is. The students were faster than me. They got their work done faster than me.
yeah,
I needed help. I needed
Yeah.
I actually needed physically one-on-one help. I needed to know where to put that word to there
yes,
in projects
Yeah.
or in essays. I had to write about what the picture was to here, but I had to put that to that. And that's hard. That was hard for me because there were other words. I couldn't put it in my own writing. I had to put it in their words to try and for me to understand, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That's hard. It was really hard. But, I never ever gave in. stuck at it,
Yeah.
and that's just who I am.
Yeah, that's I think that should be the spirit for everyone. But was there no any special education teacher to help you out in the
Yes,
school
there
or
was. There was a teacher's aide that came into the mainstream. This was mainstream,
okay.
and but there was that was cooking, and then there was one other subject. PE was fine because the teacher knew he made us sit at the front, not being really embarrassed, but he could just keep an eye on
On you, yeah.
what what I was not capable, and he just said there, there, and
Yeah.
I was just jotting it down, and he was teaching, but he said there.
Yeah.
So he wasn't doing the work for me. He was just guiding me. And then I had my closest friend that was next to me, and she was doing the same. So I didn't feel embarrassed, but I felt quite probably comfortable that then I could fit slowly in with the other kids when I got to know them a bit better, because I was slow
Yeah.
than what they were.
Mm-hmm.
And but I had a smile on my face and never gave up, and who I am now is
I think you got lucky that you got diagnosed and you realize that what your problem is. But there are many students who don't even realize that they have
don't get
some,
it.
they don't they have some learning disability or anything.
they had no idea
Yeah.
who I was, because I was slow, and they knew that I was in a special unit at school, and they were scared. I think they're petrifying.
Did you ever get
Really?
bullied? Because of any reason? Did you ever get bullied by anyone?
What does that mean?
Did anyone tease you?
Yes.
Or, yeah?
Yes.
Because of these
I
reasons?
got pushed into lockers. I was by myself in the playground walking across, and I got teased by